All right, so we're going to do a population pyramid for Singapore. So we're going to use this initial data set. So in the hundreds of thousands initial data set, we're going to use this drawing population pyramid formula because we'll work with raw data predominantly. So what we're going to do is add up all the males and all the females. Or we can simply, if you're lucky enough, like we are in this table, we can add up the total for each age group to work out that total population. Now, it's a bit of a time-consuming task, but then you need to go 0 to 4 males divided by the total population times 100 to give us that 2.4%. Keep going through, 90 divided by total population, or 90,000 divided by the population times 100, all the way through. When you enter in the population, the percentage for males, you need to put a negative. So it'll come up as 2.4, you need to enter it as negative 2.4. What we're going to do, once you have your table complete, we're going to simply highlight it all. We're going to go insert, and we're going to create our population pyramid. So we want it to be 2D, and it's going to be a stacked bar. And so it should look something like that. I want to play in more space. I'm going to right click. I'm going to move chart. I'm going to put it into new sheet, population pyramid, Singapore. Alrighty, so it's not looking like our population pyramid yet. We need to do a few things. We're going to move our axis over. So we're going to format. We're going to go to labels, and we're going to go low, and it will move across. We need to get rid of our negatives. So we're going to right click again, format. We're going to go to number, custom, and then we're going to add this code 0, semicolon 0. That's basically saying it's got to be positive on both sides. And you'll see it's actually removed the negative. We need to also make sure we're following our conventions, and we've included our titles. And sometimes I kind of like to legend. And if you unclick it and click it again, it will move it to the side, and that just gives you a little bit more space. So now you can see the population breakdown gives you a consistent pattern. So you can start seeing any anomalies in the pattern. So you obviously want to create your title. Okay, population pyramid for Singapore. Let's go back to our sheet. It is Department of Statistics 2014. All right, age groups. And we're going to say percentage. And there you have it. Now, all you want to simply do is copy this, and you can open it up in a Word doc. All right, so you might want to add a text box, so you can put authorship, or you want to put it down underneath as a figure, and you can put your authorship there and your title. You can also start putting in some shapes to illustrate some of the patterns. So I would start putting in some of these blocks. And then that gives you the ability to start talking about them. So we can make them thicker. And then you can put a text box to the side and explain what's happening here. You might want to also talk about the fact that, so that's in insert and shapes. You might want to also talk about the fact that we've got quite a decline or a reduction in the population or the growth in birth rates, I suspect. And there you have it. You can start annotating and then include that in your reports.